So again, lots of opportunities. Hey, there I am. Hello. Lots of opportunities, but a lot of people to help you navigate those opportunities. I like the front row. They've all had questions. That's probably why they're in the front row. Yes, sir. I can feel the bond with blue eyes. Welcome to Canada. I had no intention of going there, but I will now consider it. What's the question? I would like to ask you told us about the dual degree, like in studying here for 2 years and or in Canada for 2 years. Yeah. So it is better actually giving the culture exposure aside. What is the why and what are the important things I will get from it? Very good question, and you get all of the points for complimenting my eyes. Thank you. You get a full scholarship. So we know that the world is competitive. I think we're probably sitting in the most competitive country, right? Think about the number of exams and entrance exams that you have to go through and your rankings, right? It's very, very competitive. So in order to be competitive, you need to continuously improve. You need to do more than just one thing. I like to walk and talk, so there we go. So if you think about the idea of all of you staying here at Amity, okay, all of you graduate from the same program, you're sitting in front of the same employer. What makes you different than her, than her, than her, than her, than him? Maybe you have the exact same GPA, the exact same reference letters from your professors. You all did the same clubs, but you decided to go to Canada for 2 years, to a different type of institution, to get a Western education as well. You're still as valuable, but in different ways. There's something on your CV that makes you stand out, right? How have you made yourself different? Because at the end of the day, the school name doesn't really matter. It's the experiences, the small little pieces of what that school is. Think about it. If I'm employing you, let's say I work for Tata or I don't know, any other multinational. What are the types of things that I'm looking for? People that are open-minded, people that are willing to work with diverse cultures, people that understand international travel and logistics. You've just demonstrated that without even telling me because you have that credential on that piece of paper. Just the idea of you going overseas tells me so much more about you as a person. And I've hired hundreds of people over the years. I intentionally hire graduates from our institutions. I've worked in higher education for 13 years. The skill set that an international student has is just so different than a domestic student because you've taken a leap of faith, right? You've challenged yourself. You've been willing to step outside of the box that some people try to put you in. So even if it's Yorkville or a school that you've never heard of before, it's the idea of you going to that school that demonstrates so much more than just staying as part of the status quo. So I'll see you soon. Other questions? Yes, sir. And a what? What was the last one? International and say regular Indian course. A regular Indian course? I've never studied a regular Indian course, so I don't know. But I think a lot of it just comes down to the types of outcomes that are built into the curriculum. Right? If you're studying business here in India, a lot of your focus is going to be on Indian business outcomes. Right? You're going to be talking about supply chain across a population of 1 billion rather than supply chain across a population of 40 million. So I think context is the biggest part. And a lot of it comes down to your faculty, right? Who are your professors? What is their research interest? What is their background? That is going to influence how your curriculum is delivered. So one thing that you should all do is when you're looking at an institution, maybe you're looking at coming to study at Yorkville and you want to understand a bit more about what that looks like. We have all of our professors listed, our faculty chairs, and you can see where their PhDs are from, right? And you can see what types of research interests they have. You can see the curriculum outcomes of the individual courses. Very quickly reading through that, you'll be like, oh, this is way different than what I've seen here in India. Although the concepts might be the same, right? That everyone's going to talk about micro and macro. We can talk about organizational theory and behavior. That's likely the same. The curriculum outcomes are the same. And that allows us to take 2 years of your credits and apply them to our credits. But the context around that is going to be entirely different. So I think that's probably one of the major differences is just how you utilize that education within the place of study.
We will take the last question now. Since the paucity of time, there are many other actions lined up. So one from the back side, we will take from that girl.
I'm coming. Yeah. So the difference with the dual degree, and again, this is a concept that we're exploring with Yorkville. The dual degree is the fact that you're going to get both credentials. Okay, so in 4 years, you'll get 2 credentials, one from Amity and one from Yorkville or any of the other dual degree programs that they offer. If you just decided to do an articulation, for example, a 2+2 or an exchange, you're either ending up with just the one credential. So let's say you do a 2+2, 2 years at Amity, come to us. Through that pathway, you're only going to get a Yorkville degree. With a dual degree, same pathway, same amount of time, but you maintain your Amity degree as well as gain an international credential as well. So for some of you that are worried about your employability, about staying in India, having your credential recognized, having both of those in synergy makes you more employable, but it's also a degree that a lot of employers here in India would recognize. If you decide to do a study abroad or a student exchange, you're only going for a short term, taking a couple credits, having fun, going to the Eiffel Tower, hanging out with Statue of Liberty, and then coming back. You've got great international experience on your resume, but you're not getting the credential with it. That help? Is that good? Perfect.
So with this, we come to the closure of this interactive session, and we have a great Army veteran, Colonel Khattar sir, with us, who is not only a great leader, but a motivator, a great support system at Amity. And I would like to extend a warm thank you to sir for extending such a great support. And I would just like to invite you to conclude this session with your wisdom.
I think so. The session has been wonderful, and all your patience. I think so. All of you have been waiting since 11:15, right? So it's a wonderful session, and it gave an excellent insight what Canada is about, and especially what Yorkville is about. So, like he said, I think so. He spoke for all of you that now I'm sure you are inclined to maybe do your part of your education, of balance of your higher education in Canada, and especially Yorkville. So let me thank the President and the Vice Chancellor once again, and of course them, right, for making your 1 hour, right, so wonderful. And the very fact that all your attention was diverted, which is so difficult for students to have all attention divided. So, so thank you once again, and it was such a pleasure to have you over and deliver on this thing. Thank you once again. Thank you.
Dhanyavad.
And thank you, students, for being patient with us. Thank you.
Thank you, dear students. As you all know that Amity has great collaboration, and as you notice that the kind of programs we are integrating is the outcome of the great vision. Thank you to the program officers, who have supported us, and thank you to all the faculty members, IT support, and the Vigilance team to be here. Thank you to our founder, President Sir, for his great vision and alignment. And thank you, everybody. Students, you may proceed to your different destinations. Thank you, everyone. I would request the dignitaries to kindly proceed for the lunch.